How's it going, everybody? And welcome to our second ever SPMA podcast month in review. This is the month in review for October. A little change of pace for this month. We're switching over to YouTube for this one instead of IGTV. Just as a nice change of formats, do some experimenting media wise, and instead of doing it solo, I've brought on our podcast administrator, Neville Medill, and two-time co-host, might I add, to come on to the show. What's good, buddy? How are you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. Obviously, we were talking a little bit before this recording. Obviously, it's getting a little bit busier with school.
Definitely.
Lots of exams are done for me, but lots of different assignments that are
It
just
never ends. It
kind of
never ends.
lingering.
I tell you,
Yeah, yeah,
like couldn't even count how many assignments I have right now, but I just got to roll with the punches because
yeah.
just the way she goes.
Hmm.
Before we get to the episodes here, a couple shout outs that we want to make. First off, to our social media coordinator, Evan Pike, who was supposed to come on, but unfortunately could not because he's battling pretty bad cold or something like that. So Evan, big shout out to you, especially since you co-hosted the Adam Hunter episode. We hope that you're doing okay, and we hope that you get better soon. And the second shout out, big shout out to debuting guest co-host Courtney Christie, who joined me in the Emma Lambert episode, and I tell you, she was telling me that this was her first podcast, and I said and I says to her, really, it sounds like you're a seasoned pro, so you did a great job, and the door is open in the future if you want to come back on. But now to the main areas of business. We had on three guests for this month. Adam Hunter, who is the senior manager of Growing the Game at Golf Canada. Matt Ragogna, let's just call him the jack of all trades. Brock Volleyball, Niagara Rapids, life coaching, you name it, he is it. And Emma Lambert, the manager of events at Motion Ball. And couple themes that I want to draw on from the episodes, starting with the Matt Ragogna one. And it'll carry on throughout the three. It's getting out of your comfort zone, which is obviously the theme of season two, and giving back. So start off with the Matt Ragogna episode, and now we'll since you co-hosted that sucker, let's hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It was a privilege to talk to him. It was super nice that he could come on. He was super excited. He's a workhorse. He works lots of different things. And I actually was able to talk to him this morning. He was, he's very open to networking with literally anyone. So if anyone wants to, reach out to him, he's a really good person to talk to. But from the episode specifically, like he said, your best work kind of comes when no one's watching. I thought that was pretty good. That's very true. I think a lot of your best stuff is going to come behind closed doors, and that's something major that I took away from the episode.
Yeah, and doing your best work often requires getting out your comfort zone. I know we say it a lot, but that's the buzzword for what the show's trying to achieve here, is showcasing people that are doing extraordinary things while making a great impact in their tasks. And I can cite his life coaching experience too. Like, that's the epitome of giving back to the community. Like, the fact that he's running the business just for this, and it's nowhere near profit motivated. It's all about giving back, helping the youth in this region, which is just awesome to see. Like, staying with the grassroots topic. Our first episode was with Adam Hunter, and that's what his job involves: grassroots golf and growing the game amongst youth in Canada. And he was in a unique situation this year, considering golf was one of the safest sports to play in this country. So it was great to hear how Golf Canada and him are progressing on that front. But other than that, he had some great stories of how he went up north to some First Nations communities to teach the sport of golf, which I thought was really fascinating.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think he said it was about 45 minutes north of Edmonton. At least
Yeah,
that was one of the spots. That, yeah, that's really awesome, especially right now, with a lot of different core values changing with different organizations. That's a key aspect in growing the game. Trying to get it into areas that the game might not be right now. So yeah, that was one of the biggest takeaways for me as well. Well,
yeah. I mean, like expand like that, like expanding expanding your market to a remote location. That's getting out of your out of your comfort zone. But it seemed to be more in the interest of goodwill and good and good faith to teach the value of good active living, in those communities in a respectful manner, to ensure that that golf as a sport stays in this country for generations to come. And personally, I hope it does. I actually got a golf round, as recording this on the Wednesday of this week. It'll be a little cold, but we'll see. We'll see how the ball rolls. Prediction:
yeah.
I'm probably going to hopefully hit a nice drive, but I'm just prepared for the second shot shank into the woods. And it's like, yep, there's a $5 ball, or what, however much a ball costs, wasted.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. I think golf
Tough.
season's just about to finish, and I think sometime this week it's supposed to snow, which is when golf season is coming to its tail end. But
Brutal, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, definitely. Staying on topic to our final episode, with Emma Lambert of Motion Ball, and again, just staying on the theme of getting out of your comfort zone and giving back. She was telling us that she got involved with Motion Ball through volunteering, where it was a very niche organization, and by staying involved, she helped the organization realized the growth. It's expanded to not just an operation that was primarily based out of Queens and the Kingston area, but it's now turned into this unbelievable coast to coast operation that's making a huge impact on Special Olympics athletes. An area where I think I think that area of sport uh, gets mostly overlooked by the mainstream media in the midst of the postponements and cancellations. So from like a bystander's perspective, what do you take from the Emma Lambert episode?
I mean, you covered a lot of it, but getting that partnership with Sportsnet to they they filmed, or sorry, they televised the marathon of sport,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Right. So I mean, that was also obviously super big for them. And also having Tessa Virtue as, what was exactly her role?
She's big on Special
Right.
Olympics athlete on Special Olympic sports. So she was there as an ambassador,
Ambassador. Yeah.
based on her athletic accomplishments. They also brought in
Mhm.
a bunch of other athletes, Mark McMorris and Morgan Riley being the others that they brought in as well.
Right. Yeah, and those ambassadors are super big because, I mean, obviously those people have big those athletes have bigger platforms,
Yeah.
and it was fantastic what they were able to pull off while still all being pretty virtual.
Yeah, and 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 it really gave off the feel that she's really invested into not only the organization but the well-being of each athlete that she interacts with. Like she said that her favorite part of the organization, it wasn't like job responsibilities per se. It was dance parties, Zoom dance parties with Special Olympics athletes. And that puts it into perspective because those are the people that have been really affected with the concept of isolation. Those people constantly need care and interaction with human beings in order to make their life meaningful. And the fact that that she's involved with an organization that is solely committed to doing that, and providing opportunity to those athletes while in the process enhancing their lives so they can have a better long-term future is awesome. And again, like motionball.ca, check that out. It's just an amazing organization, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, kind of an unplanned theme throughout October.
Oh
Just
yeah, yeah,
giving back.
yeah. I mean, we're set on one thing, getting out of our comfort zone, but now like October is a month of giving back and being grateful. And it does tie into the fact that October is Mental Health Awareness Month, I believe. Um, and just some closing remarks here before we end this off. I want all the listeners here to make sure that they are mentally healthy, which means doing some check-ins every day to make sure that you're okay, doing some check-ins with your friends to make sure they're okay, and doing stuff that you like, whether it's going for a run, getting some physical activity, do something that makes your life fulfilling, in order to make sure that your mental health is in tip top shape, because these are stressful times with with a bunch of assignments seeming never ending. So please make sure you are mentally healthy, and I hope that every one of you people listening are well and safe. Neville, any final marks,
Yeah,
buddy?
yeah, or go golfing. That while it's still here, that always makes the brain at ease for me. So I mean, yeah, like you said, just do little things that make you happy. Obviously, it's students, we're still busy, obviously, with school and trying to be involved around the community as much as we can right now. I know it's hard virtually, but yeah, just do those little things, that make you happy, and we're all gonna get through this together.
I couldn't have said any better. That'll wrap up the month in review. We've got a bunch of guests slated for November, so stay tuned to our Instagram page for those guests. Follow us at SPMA Council Podcast, and check us out on wherever you find your favorite podcast: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and we're also on YouTube. So until the month of November, which is only a week away, we say thank you for tuning in. Stay classy, and God bless. Later, folks.